Hello, my name is Martyr, and this is Let's Play Submerged, and thank you for watching. Submerged is a adventure puzzle game, guys, all about exploration in this, dilapidated, serene setting, guys. It's a very mysterious game, and most of the story is explained through pictures or hieroglyphs, whatever you want to call them, and there is barely any dialogue in this game, guys. The closest comparison I could make for this type of game, guys, was a game that we played here on the channel called Torin, which is, a very mysterious game where you're climbing a tower and there's a female protagonist, except Submerged has no combat whatsoever. But both games have this strange, lush, green Aztec feeling to them, and you'll see what I mean in a bit, guys. Submerged released on Steam August 2015. It was developed and published by Uppercut Games. The guys behind the Epic series, where it's a mobile game where you play a robot. It was really fun. We also checked it out here on the channel. You can go ahead and get Submerged on Steam for the first week sale price of $17.99 or $19.99 normally. There's also a bundled package which comes for $29.99, and that also comes with the great, really awesomely done soundtrack, guys. Now, we are going to talk about that price in a bit, guys, but first I just want to get into the game and get stuff going here before we talk about all that, guys. We're going to check out the options, of course. If you want, you can hit that big red button up there. It says skip to the action, and it'll take you directly to the gameplay. But otherwise, like I said, we're going to start off with the options. As you can see, there's some music sliders right here. We have some graphical control, full screen resolution control. It does feature 1080p resolution, HUD, VSync, adjust brightness, and you have some advanced controls over your graphics right there as well. I had a little bit of problem with the post-processing. I'm not really sure why. It seems to just tank my frames per second on the game. So I kind of, tweaked them a little bit just so that way this goes a little bit more smoothly when we're filming. Your system may behave differently than mine. It's up to you. The game still looks really gorgeous either way, depending on the settings I have on it. The game also does feature full controller support. Well, I should say partial controller support. My controller, unfortunately, my Logitech was not detected in any way at all. But if you do find a controller that does work, all the keys are rebindable, which is really friggin' sweet. Not only for the controller, but for the keyboard as well. But for the most part, it's kind of a simple, easy game to play. You don't really need a controller to play this, to be honest with you, because there's never really anything rushing you. There's nothing really ever pushing you to go fast. It's all really up to you. But you can see you have some invert y-axis, aim sensitivity, and vibration. That kind of covers all of the options, guys. The game does feature Steam cards and Steam achievements as well for all you Steam card hunters out there. So without further ado, let's hit continue game here. I've been playing the game for about, I would say, a good hour. And the basic story is that you're playing a brother and sister. The story is very vague. They don't really tell you anything. You just kind of just start off things almost in the middle of a situation, for instance, and you're the older sister who's taking care of her younger brother Taku. At least I think that's his name. It's Taco or it's Taku or something like that. And you're in this dilapidated, mysterious city, and you have to find supplies to kind of help Taku. There he goes. He said, I need to feed something to Taku, and she's getting a little sick herself there, it looks like. How do we do that? Well, we do that by exploring. And what are we exploring? Well, this humongous city, as you can see right here. It's a very lush, green city. It's almost like The Last of Us, but also kind of, like I said, it really reminds me of Torin as well. Just between the way she looks in the environment and the way everything just kind of, it's just the way the wind flows and all that good kind of stuff. There's animals all over the place. It's a very beautiful game. It's really, I think the city does a really good job of having a character in a way. So we're going to get to exploring. We need to find a red case. Basically, those red cases are kind of like your objective of the game. It's how you progress forward. It's how you beat the game. We're going to check out some of the other buttons here, though. Like if we hit J, that's going to take us to our journal. Now, again, this is what I was telling you guys about, that the entire story is told to you through these hieroglyphics, these little images, as it were. And that's their story. That's the character's main story. And I don't want to spoil this stuff for you guys. So, I mean, if you're interested in the game, go ahead and check it out. But needless to say, there's been a lot of tragedy to this family's, history so far. There's the city story, which is like an overall arcing thing for you to do. I think this is kind of like for achievement hunters who want 100% the game. There's little pages, snippets all over the city that basically you can find hidden about to give you more an idea of what happened to the city. The first one is just a squiggly line. I don't know. Maybe there's a tornado. Who the hell knows? There's also creatures. There's like animal spotting, and there's some landmark spotting as well. And that's kind of what your objective is just get those landmarks, get those pictures, get those emergency ration kits. So we're now on our boat. The controls are very simplistic. It's WASD, it's forward, backwards. It's really not that complicated of stuff here. But you do have like a telescope, which allows you to spot objectives depending on how far you are away from them. You can spot them pretty, it'll kind of guide your telescope to them. Let's see if we can do that really quickly here. So you can also hit the shift button, and it'll kind of give you a speed boost, which is also really freaking sweet. If you look over here, by the way, I can't believe they snuck this into their game. That's kind of funny. I thought that was hilarious. But yeah, if you, oh, there we go. For instance, if you go over here, we got, looks like something over there. Why did it go off my map? What the heck? That's very strange. Oh, we also found like a little speed boost right here. Found another boat. We take it's basically its fuel, if you will. Apparently there's 3 out of 26 of those in the game. This will boost my boat for longer, because let's see if we can spot that there. There we go. So it starts filling up, as you can see, and it marks it on the map. And you can press M to see what you've uncovered and what you've detected so far. We need to head towards that red box, so that's our objective. Because then we're going to get to the actual gameplay. By the way, you can't really manipulate much of the map screen. You can't really, can't click it or zoom in or anything like that. That's one thing I wish they would have let you do. Get a little bit more closer to the picture. I feel like they kind of missed the bar there, but that's okay. Not a big deal. Just it was something I wish I could do. So we can basically have a compass on the top there. We're going to follow that compass all the way to our objective. Because this is a non-combat game, you really have nothing to worry about as far as, dying goes or anything of the sorts. All you're really going to do is just to hunt for stuff. We're going to just look for items, these rations, as it were. Excuse me, whale. Okay, there's the building. Now I got to find like a land point. In general, you're going to always find these red flowers, and those are kind of like your go here type of signals. Let's see here. Where is it? Am I looking at it? I'm looking right at it. There it is. It's up there. Let's just zoom over here. Let's see if we can find a place to park, port, whatever you want to call it. There's one right there. Oh, I just got hit by something. What did I just get hit by? A big old fella. The game does this often. It kind of takes the camera away from you and shows you kind of like a cinematic view of the building that you're about to climb. And what this basically boils down to right here is the climbing from Assassin's Creed. If you've played Assassin's Creed, you know basically you do quite a bit of climbing in that game. Well, in this game, that's basically what you do in this game as well. There's a lot of climbing. I apparently have missed something. Did I miss something? Do I need to go the other way, maybe? Hold on. No, it's definitely on the right way. Climb. Maybe we can go down. Oh, that's right. We go down. Duh. Alright, so we go down. And this is kind of the puzzle aspect of things, which is not really all that difficult. To be honest with you, it's kind of very simplistic what you have to do here. One thing you really have no fear of, you don't have any fear of dying whatsoever. I could push in an odd direction. I can't jump off the building or anything like that. If I walk towards the edge, she's just going to automatically grab onto it and head downwards, which is also kind of nice because it also doesn't, you have to repeat the content if you die stupidly. There's no death, is what I'm trying to say, basically. But this is kind of the bulk of Submerged right here, which is climbing buildings. I mean, it's a gorgeous game. Look at, if you look from this particular angle right here, this is pretty friggin' awesome looking. But, it's very gameplay-wise, very simplistic. And that's not necessarily a bad thing. Sometimes you want to play a simplistic game. Sometimes you want to play a more complicated game. The best way to describe this game is it's a game that you're gonna play to relax. It's a very calm game. It's a game you want to play just to kind of zone out. We already got to the case, which is pretty fast actually. So we'll do a little exploring really quickly here because I feel like there's stuff that we probably missed. Again, those red flowers are always markers. Once we got that red case, by the way, once we grab the emergency rations, which is what those are, we're automatically going to head into the next day. We're going to go back to where our brother is, and it's going to give us our next objective. But because I kind of want to explore, I feel like there's more to this than just what it is. We're going to look around first. Some buildings are more complicated than others. Ah. Sometimes the greenery gets in the way, but you gotta just kind of deal with it. You do have total camera control, by the way. I can kind of move my mouse around. I apologize if you have any kind of nausea. I'm trying to do my best to keep the camera steady as much as possible. Oh, right there, that's beautiful right there. There's little glowing lights. I think that's really pretty. Fireflies are freaking awesome. But yeah, it looks like there is something else here, because there has to be something else here. Otherwise, it's allowing me a lot of exploration for absolutely no reason. So we're going to keep climbing up. Or around, I'm not really sure. Oh, there's something below us? Okay, so you can see right here. That's another picture for the story of the city. Now, unfortunately, I do think we might be hosed as far as we might have to climb our way back up to the case itself. Which is not a big deal. Yeah, we're going to have to definitely climb back around. That's okay. Takes 2 seconds. Not a big deal. And again, this is not necessarily game 2 focused heavily on, its difficulty. This is more focused on just relaxing, basically. Just, enjoy it. Enjoy your time with the game. There might be more stuff this way, really? Let's try it. Let's look. Let's take a look. No, wait, this is the way it came up. No. Pretty sure this is the way it came up. I'm a little bit lost, not gonna lie, but I'm pretty sure this is the way it came up. Which means over here should be... Maybe I'm in the wrong spot. No, I think I went the wrong way. I took a wrong turn in Albuquerque, maybe. Hold on, there's something over here. More than likely what this is going to lead to is just another page, if I had to guess. I can't get to that. Does it go up? Okay, there we go. There we go. Drop. There we go. This is just to get to the page we were just at. I think. Let's climb back up here. The clouds are kind of cool. The sky, I'd say, is pretty dynamic looking. It seems to change color very often and kind of adds to the atmosphere and overall tone of the game here. We could keep climbing up. Let's do that. I'm kind of curious what's above us here. Climb, little child, climb! This girl's like friggin' Spider-Man, by the way. She's amazing. You can also hear those wind sounds, kind of really neat. You bust out your telescope. This is a really good place to kind of spot objectives from. Like, for instance, we spotted one right there. I usually find that getting to the top of a building is usually a pretty good idea. One thing I will say, though, is that for the beautiful, gorgeous, serene setting, some things kind of end up eventually kind of looking more or less the same eventually. Some of the buildings have some of the same architecture, or some of them have the same statues even. It's not necessarily negative because the game is gorgeous. It's just something I kind of noticed while playing the game here. Let's go ahead and grab that box finally. And that should take us into the next day here. Again, it's going to be cutscene. It's automatically going to just take us down the building and take us into the next area. We got food! Alright. So as you can see, we're just about, I want to say halfway through the game. I would say that at the most you're going to get maybe 2-3 hours out of this game. What the heck? Oh yeah, there's this mysterious earthen people who appear to be watching me. I'm not really sure what they're there for, what they're doing, what they want. But they're, mysterious. There's her brother. And I've noticed a very peculiar thing about our heroine here. Which I'm not going to spoil, but there's something very peculiar about her character, and I think I know where the story's going. So again, every time you beat a day, it's going to give you a little bit of a story. Something happened. Lots of fighting. I'm guessing Daddy was an alcoholic. Yes, there is something wrong with her. I was right about that. Her hands and her feet are getting more and more mossy by the day goes by. She's turning into one of the earthen people, if I had to guess. I need something to keep insects away from Taku. Okay, so now we need to collect some sort of insect repellent. And the game basically has its very own, your own pace at going at things. You're going to get pretty much, I would say 2 or 3 hours out of the game, but how you go about that is really up to you. How long you take to explore, if you want 100% the game. It really is all up to you and how fast you want to move through things. Where was that boat upgrade? I think it's over here. Let's go this way. I see something over there. Oh. Gotcha. Little shiny sucker, aren't you? Okay, let's hit our map again. I think we're going to go west. We need to go west. Let's speed up a little bit here. Don't ram into the building. Oh, donk. Okay, let's keep looking around here. It's somewhere in this area here. It's a little south and then west. South and then west. That's south. And then west. I don't see it. Shut up, dolphins. Oh, it should be right here. I think I remember seeing this right here. Could be right here. Am I looking at it right? Not even close. We're stuck. Dang it all. This is what I get for trying to canoe anywhere. Dang it all. Let's see. Well, let's go north. We're not even close to it, actually. I just realized. The map is a little bit confusing to use, I will say that much. I feel this could have been kind of maybe averted just a little bit by just letting me zoom in a little bit more to gather my bearings. Or it's just possible I don't know how to use a map and I suck. But one thing I will say, like I said, the music of this game is fantastic. Am I in front of it now? You should be staring right at it. Ah, there you are. Speak a little bugger. Alright. So now we gotta use our boat here. We gotta find more of those red cases. We're gonna start exploring around here. Dolphins! Yes. You're a dolphin, I know. Let's start exploring around here. I've been in this part of the city for quite a long time now. I think I should head more, probably north, if I had to guess. So let's see, north, that way. There we go. Let's blast this direction. So far, so good. But you know what I mean. You can see what I mean, though, guys. It's a very beautiful game. It's very neat looking, but it's very simplistic for the most part. It's definitely a game you just kind of want to sit back, relax, and just try to beat at your own pace, not try to rush it. Because if you rush it, you're not going to get really, probably all that much out of the game. It's a rather short game. I've been playing it only for an hour now, and I'm almost already done with it. I'm not having any luck here. Let's continue on. If I can't find anything, we'll probably like just call it, and then you can just enjoy the visuals of the city. Nothing. Oh, we're totally gonna have to climb that. You know that. Good God. Let's head towards that building. That building's awesome looking. I'm willing to bet money we have to climb that building anyways, so. Like I said, the weather effects do add quite a bit to this game, which I think is really, really neat. Looks like we found another landmark. Very neat. And it looks like we found a boat. Very nice. Let's take a look around with our telescope here. What is that? How did she spot that? Good God, girl, you have the eyes of an eagle. Too bad you have the brain of a mouse. Quas quas. Moving along. It's becoming very cloudy, hard to see things. Oh, look at that! A manta ray. Very cool, very cool. Got 6 out of the 8 animals here. Let's just see if there's a port here with this particular building. I could be wrong. We might not be able to climb this particular building. It's just so massive. I just assumed, to be honest with you. Anything over here? No. All right, let's just start driving here. I don't think we're gonna have much luck, to be honest with you. It's gonna take a little bit of exploration, finding stuff, hidden around the city here. We have explored quite a ways into the north, though. I'm surprised we haven't found anything. Let's take an immediate turn to the south and see if we can find anything that way. Southward we go. Or, you know, we'll get hit by a whale. That works too. Ah, what? Okay, let's identify that. There's a boat thing there. What's that? That's just a little helpful thing. Well, let's get to that boat upgrade, I guess. And we're going to head over here. Another boat upgrade? Good God. Let's go after that little marker then, I guess. And I guess that's how we'll end the this particular video here. How do we get in there? It's probably red flowers. There it is. Hit E. There we go. Suddenly we're here. Let's climb up. Again, very reminiscent of, you know, Assassin's Creed. Just going around, climbing stuff, gathering stuff. But there's no fear of death whatsoever. And then from here, maybe we can use our telescope? No, maybe like a place I can get a look out. Aha! Alright, so there we go, we found one. Usually where there's one, you know, there's usually little map markers, or usually where there's something like that, you get to spot more than one. But to be honest with you guys, I think I'm going to end the video there, because that's kind of everything there is to show about Submerged. It's a very beautiful game, great soundtrack, but it's just very kind of slow-paced, to be honest with you. Money is subjective, ultimately speaking. I think if you have the money and you enjoy the game and you enjoyed what you see, yeah, go ahead, purchase it, of course. But it will say that for the amount of features in the game, I think the price is a little bit tad high, $20. But again, that's all subjective. You could feel completely different. I don't usually like discussing money whatsoever, but it's just something I was like, okay, well, you know, it's a very simplistic game. There's really no denying that. It's beautiful. It's interesting. I like the mysterious story. I kind of like how you start off straight off in the middle of things, but you know, it's not as feature rich as some other games for $20. But that's up to you guys. So I want to say a big thanks to the developer for a chance to check out this game. Thank you for watching. Remember to subscribe and share, guys, and I'll keep bringing you awesome indie games, guys. If you really enjoyed this video, maybe consider hitting up my Patreon page. If you're feeling generous of heart, all tips go to improving the channel or future giveaways. Till next time, guys, play more indie games.